Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the New York Giants. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, lady. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on offense. It's going to be a money high.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 30 on second down, Stafford. It's caught by Aguilar. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready? 180. Check, 47. I got him.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, watch it. And middle. Five. 47's the mic. Watch the out. 47 mic.
Play action. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
32.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Here's Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Amendola, he was the intended target. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the toss, it's Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now it's Tate. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
10 yards, good for a Giant first down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Recon, 152 fighter. 44, Mike, 44. I'm going to get it.
Gets this one out in a hurry to Latimer. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maybin.
Ready? Carry 2 ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Romeo Okwara able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, Stafford. James has got it, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford, that's complete to White. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Set, 180. Check, 47. Watch the slats.
From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Stafford on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's James. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check out, right? 47 mark. 40, what do you got? 40 got. Big stop, G. Big stop, let's go. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Get your swerve on.
To the air again, Stafford. Caught by Jones. That goes for a gain of 31. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got it first and goal at the 6. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Here's Stafford. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. This is third and goal. And this Giants defense. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. James White, his third touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. On third down, Jones. And Latimer's got it.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Coming to you.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. That's it.
Jones going to throw again. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, you do I ever.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Powers through. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, and this one's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, Slayton. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do? Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They go play action here on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. 27 yards there, a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now it's Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
It's a turnover on down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
This is Barkley. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And Justin Coleman brings him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Amendola set to return it. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw again on second down. Stafford, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, oh, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously cost one.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Throwing on second down, Stafford. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done?
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. So they will go for it. Stafford looking for White on the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, check. Let's go.
Throwing on first down, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Jones now throwing again. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jones. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a play fake it at Stafford. That's going to be caught. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, switch gears.
Topper.
Undercrush.
Hey, 70.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. Now Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Let's go. 50, plant, pilot, 64, win.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 28 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashaan Melvin. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 9, check 9.
To throw is Stafford. Jones has it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Stafford. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. It's caught. Shepard. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the draw, this is Barkley. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Rip left, rip left.
Again, it's Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. The 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 48 yards. They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Wayne Goldman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down.
Switch up, switch up. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They snap it to Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Protein spill.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Kill.
Ready?
On first down, Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Joker.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Giants, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.